Yep.
And it runs off, and I was just like, "Just do it, Monica."
Yeah, she took the jacket off. I was like, "Yep, that's the suit. That's the suit."
we in straight hero mode, and I was like, "My God, I never knew I was gonna get this excited." Saying,
"Who would have thought that this was the series we was going to get all of this from?"
On YouTube, it's SC Place Me Joe, showing Mr. Andy back with the TV experience here with my main man, the anime hero Swag on Zero.
What's going on, everybody?
So we are here for episode 7 of WandaVision, and things are now taking a breaking the fourth wall type essence here with the theme. So real quick, as we always do, man, let's give our quick review of the episode before we get into the spoilers and the breakdown of it. Swag on Zero, let me know how episode 7, as you're rolling on, the one that you told me was supposed to be an hour and to be 30 minutes.
Hey, that's what Kevin Feige told us. I was just spearing the information.
Tell Kevin Feige that check came back insufficient funds.
Okay, hey, look, I'll go to the bank. I don't think I could just run up on Kevin like that.
Yeah, okay.
The episode was great. I actually like this style of series. With the mockumentary, it took a lot from Modern Family, which is a show I absolutely love.
Yes, I do too.
And they had like one moment that was kind of like The Office where they look into the camera, and I really enjoyed that. I love the fourth wall breaking.
Fun fact, shows. I'm gonna tell you this right now. Before everybody keep talking about Jim and the Office look, Ice Cube was doing that in Friday way before anybody else was.
I mean, we know,
okay,
but that
look at the camera thing. Ice Cube was starting that back in the 90s.
We know, but Jim was doing it like 4 times an episode in The Office, and we were just like, the Jim face, and he would just look at it when something happens where it's like, we know what happened, but he just looks at it as like, like, yeah, that just happened. You just see that. So I think that's why I recorded the Jim face. But this was a great episode. I wish it was a bit longer. That's the one thing. I wish it was a bit longer. But yeah, complete nerdgasm. I'll let you do the whole spiel of the nerdgasm.
I mean, well, maybe I don't give a complete nerdgasm. But I'd be lying if I said,
I was about to. Okay, so, like, let's be honest with ourselves.
Yeah, let's be honest with ourselves. But I'm gonna tell you right now, you want to be honest with ourselves? I don't know if Anthony Mackie follow this.
Man, the only thing they can do is bring action.
I'm about to say, I don't know.
The only thing they can do.
I don't know if Anthony Mackie is Sebastian. Stan is gonna bring this heat, but you know what? You never know what come tomorrow. But right now, WandaVision is killing it, and this was the let's wrap everything up show, and I'm just like, damn, if this looks like we're wrapping everything up, I can't imagine what the final 2 is gonna be like.
Yeah, right.
So,
and then I think they're gonna do something. I heard something called MCU Assemble, where they talk about the behind the scenes of the show. So I think we'll be getting that after the show's complete as well.
I expect a review on that one, because right now this is a complete Nerdgasm. Oh man!
Really, grab the tissues, clean yourself up.
Let's
get, matter of fact, let me warp the dimension for you. Let me, just all right.
Oh, okay. You was so hard to do that, man. You had
I was testing it for a while. Just all right. I got it set.
Well, guys, you know what time is for. We're about to get into the spoilers, so make sure if you guys don't want to know anything happened in episode 7, which I guarantee you probably already know.
You've seen it.
Episode 7, but it's gonna be all spoilers here. So obviously, man, look, right off the bat, you was right. Agnes is Agatha Harkness. Yeah. Okay, so
I won't take all the credit. The internet really just been deciphering, and I just been looking into it. So I can't take all the credit. This was not my theory. This was a collection of everyone.
You know what? Hey, guess what? This show, the TV experience on NC Studios, we don't focus on the other internet. This is what we do. And from us, you were the one that picked that out. So over here, that credit.
Okay, if someone tackles me in the comment section, I'm sorry, but I'll accept my flowers. I'll accept my flowers.
We do got to reveal, like you said, off in the beginning. We do start off with the whole Modern Family setup. Breaking the fourth wall, talking to the interviewer about the family. I love Modern Family. Also, I collect all the DVDs of Modern Family. So every Black Friday, I buy a new season, like I did the Big Bang Theory.
I'm just waiting for it to get on Disney Plus, and then I'm gonna just binge it.
What, Modern Family?
Yeah,
it's already on.
I think it's on Hulu.
I think it's on Hulu. It's not on Peacock, is it? I'm not sure.
No, it's an ABC show.
ABC show. Okay, yeah. So yeah, it's on a streaming service, so you can watch it.
Okay.
You know how I'm a collectionist. So yeah, they
had
the Mob Family open. They also had the opening with all the Wandas kind of resembling The Office. Mm-hmm. And also that Russo Brothers show, I heard somebody say, called Happy. I never watched that show.
Never.
Before, but they showed that is how Russo Brothers show Happy will open. And it shows that I have not pointed out this whole time in any review about these hexagons, but this time I had to point out that in the bed that Wanda's sleeping in, the sheets, the pillowcase, everything is covered in hexagons.
I didn't notice that.
Her pillow.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah, and I was just like, oh, God, this is so obvious. I never in any reviews talk about the hexagons, but I was like, it's making me have to say it now. Billy and Tommy are downstairs playing their, I want to say it's the early 2010s, so they're playing their Wii.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, thing starts glitching out. It goes from the GameCube controller, then it goes to the Atari controller. I hate Atari. And it goes to the Uno cards. And I'm just like, which could be a nod to. I saw somebody say there's also the nod of when Monica Rambeau and her girlfriend was playing Uno in Captain Marvel. Because I just
that's a reach. that's one of them theories where you just
as Q-Flow said, that's one of Dial Sim type things. That's a reach type things. So they go up there and ask the mom what's going on, and she's like, boys, nothing's wrong, mom. She's just tired. And then Billy is the one saying, "Wow, I hear everything. Everything is like so noisy," which reminds me of Charles Xavier when he had that problem in X-Men at the beginning. Yeah. Where you start hearing all the voices, stuff like that, and she's doing the rest of his eyes. And then when she takes the cover off, she's still in her Scarlet Witch outfit from the previous episode. If you recognize each episode, that everything has changed, and everything different outfits, different clothing have changed. So something that's carried over from the previous episode shows that she is losing control of it.
Right.
Maybe because she has expanded that hex. It takes more power when you expand the hex opposed to keep everything together. That's why we're having all these glitchy moments.
Yeah, I agree.
Wanda comes down and she makes breakfast. I seen this on the second time I seen this episode. Do you watch the episode with the captions up?
Yes.
Okay, so did you see when she was making her breakfast, what the radio show was saying?
No, I didn't. I wasn't paying attention to that. I was paying attention to something else in that scene, and I'll bring that up after.
Okay, well, what caught my attention, so while she's making her breakfast, and of course the milk is glitching out, and then the first time I seen it, there's a missing kid on the milk cart, right?
That's what I was going to bring up, yeah.
Now, before you bring up that missing kid, I went back. If you put the captions up, there's a radio station called WNDA. You know what I'm saying? Show for Wanda or whatever the radio station is called. And this is what the radio station said. Good morning, Westviewans. Thanks for tuning into WNDA. I hope your little ghost arrived home safe last night. It's always such a treat to see those creepy kiddos out and about once a year.
Oh, wow.
That theory that all them kids could be dead is kind of scary.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, we just gonna bypass this and then I gonna turn the radio up about how creepy this shit is, which I think explains the missing kid thing on the milk cart. Now, what is your theory about that?
That's like, I was just gonna bring it up. There was a missing kid theory, and I'm like, she's just grabbing kids from different realities, and bringing them into here.
Or is she? So,
yeah. We'll get into that. Maybe.
As we go towards the end of the Hex and Beyond, we see Vision waking up, and now all the S.W.O.R.D people have been captured and turned into clowns, which I think is funny. Mm-hmm. And then the strongman comes over and says that he's up, and we see Darcy, who is now an escape artist,
right?
Opposed to, but she once again is now in the Hex and does not have any kind of memory of what's going on. And then she thinks that Vision is trying to kind of like flirt with her, especially by the way he's describing things.
Right.
Go back home, and then Wanda is as she's making her serious, she'll try to figure out what stuff is going on. And then Billy and Tommy ask her, what happened to Uncle Pete saying something about Dad dying twice? She said, hey, don't listen to anything that man said. That man is not your uncle. Mm-hmm. And then he was like, well, they were like, well, who is he then? And then she kind of like has like a breakdown. Like,
that man said he is not your uncle.
Who is he?
as a parent, I've had this breakdown before. It's like a Kevin Hart joke when when he used to talk about his daughter on the cell phone, and she was like, "So what does program mean?" He was like, "You know what? Just go to your room." Again, she's like, "You know what? Hey, I just can't explain everything. I really truly don't know, but try not to show weakness in front of the kids." And she sits down, she just opens the door, not even giving a care who in the world is. And I like the line when she says, "Where's your dad? Where's your dad?" She said, "Well, if he doesn't want to be here, I can't make him, be here."
Right.
I was like, "Oh, she's a little that she." It looks like she doesn't have control over the kids or Vision in this whole text thing. Mm-hmm. So we get Agatha Harkness coming in, or Agnes, as we say, coming in, wear her trademark purple, and want to take the kids away from Wanda so she can have basically a rest day to herself. Go ahead.
That's when I figured out she was Agatha. When she took the kids away.
She took the kids away?
Yeah, I was like, that's definitely her. Because that was the whole House of M story. They wanted her kids. Yeah. And you just literally handed it to them. And I was like, well, that's definitely her. That's definitely her.
Exactly. And then as she leaves, the whole house starts to glitch. Everything starts going back to like it was in the 60s episode. We see the goose again and pop up and everything. So it's like she's trying to glitch out of control. She turns everything back, but you can tell it's like, okay, I'm really losing. I like what she says. I'm fine. I'm fine. And she was like, I'm fine. Like you can really read on her face like she's not fine.
Right. One thing I do want to bring up, it was touching on the Vision Darcy situation.
Yeah.
Now everyone lost their memory. I'm very curious on how Monica gained her memory. Because if you when she was Geraldine first, and then all of a sudden she started like she was aware of everything that was going on. How was she aware rather than everyone else not being aware?
I think I'm gonna get to that.
Okay.
Because speaking of Monica and Jimmy are riding in now because the hex has been expanded, and then for the new location, I guess where S.W.O.R.D is hanging out at, whatever the case may be. Jimmy finds out on the phone that Darcy had sent that message to Vision in episode 5 when he was working in his office.
Yep.
And that Hayward is trying to use Vision to weaponize Vision using the code name Cataract, which the membrane that clouds the Vision. So he was using to weaponize it, but we finally get to the base, and then it seems like we get the engineer that Monica was talking to, or is that the actual one? We don't necessarily know.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
I'll be honest with you, I don't want it to be.
I was like, because I was like, maybe I should record myself just watching like this big reveal, and I recorded it. I was like, yeah, that can't be them. Work. It can't be them.
No, this can't be that. But they bring out this like tank thing, which kind of has the shape of an hexagon into it, and this is going to be her way of trying to break into the hex.
Right.
And so I was like, okay, cool. So now back where we're at the circus with Vision, he frees Darcy's mind, and then but you recognize, so Darcy doesn't have the breakdown like the guy did at Vision's office.
Just make her stop. Now tell me this.
And I'm thinking it's because there's not she wasn't in the hex long enough to be under Agatha's spell.
Right.
So when it comes to Monica, I think that Monica's not really supposed to exist because she got blipped out. So now since she returned and she went to the hex, I don't think Agnes understands why she's here or how she's able to get here. So that means she can't put her under control. Because once again, she has alluded to that she has no idea who she is and why she's in here. She looks at her as a threat, obviously. And once again, the threat of trying to help out Monica.
Okay. The only other thing I could think of is that Monica willingly went in the hex when the first time she went to the hex, whereas everyone else was forced into it.
That could be a reason also.
That's the only other thing I could think of. Because I was questioning that throughout this episode. I was like, how was Monica able to control herself in the beginning versus what everyone's going through now. So that was just a little small thing I was wondering.
Yeah. But it's the same thing because Vision retains memory too, because he asks Darcy, like, what happened to the Apostol Pedro? Because he knows that is not the actual Pedro.
Right.
So it looks like Vision is retaining some of his memories. So I don't know if they're controlling one or it comes back into his AI, whatever the case may be. But him and Darcy make a run for it in one of the trucks to escape and try to get back to their house. So Wanda is in the house, is still glitching, and she doesn't know what's going on. And when she's doing the fourth wall break, the interview asks her,
I can't fix it.
Do you think maybe this is what you deserve?
What? You're not supposed to talk.
And I was like,
oh boy.
I was like, who is that person in the back?
Right.
We get our next commercial, which we have seen so many times of these depressing commercials. It's they did a good. This is actually probably one of my favorite commercials.
Right. Yeah.
This is probably one of my favorite commercials. I was like, because if I take this commercial out, right, and just say I put it in the middle of one of my mom's shows of Love and Hip Hop, she would not know this is
right. I was going to say that Disney needs to start working on these commercials. If anything,
these commercials,
get the studio and have them do it.
She may actually be this close to actually trying to go out there and buying it. You know what I'm saying? Type of thing. Like, go out and see us, give me that Nexus. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Right.
So we get the Nexus depressing commercial, which is probably one of my favorites, which is actually it has like a little metaphor of telling Wanda of how to come out of her depression.
Right.
And that whole mind-bending scene of her walking away from the bed. I actually like that thing.
I like that too.
I was like, damn, Marvel, you good at making these commercials.
I was like, this is a commercial.
This is probably my favorite commercial so far. And it just fits of everything that we see in the 2010s.
Right, exactly.
That type of thing. So as the kids are with Agnes, and then Billy makes the comment of saying, I like it over here because it's quiet. Because you're quiet, Agnes. And my wife automatically picked up, said, he can't read nothing that's in her.
Yeah.
Or even in the rabbit. So, you know what I'm saying? That got to be her. And I was just like, hey, look, I'm on the ship now.
Yeah.
Swagging them already said it because, every time my wife gets very excited about something, she starts pulling on my shoulder and stuff. And I'm just like, you get the credit. You know what I'm saying? You get the credit.
The rabbit brought me back to Us, and I was like, "Oh, it's definitely her. It's definitely her. She is."
I didn't even think about Us and the rabbit, bro. I didn't. Even
like when I see rabbits now, all I think of is doo doo doo. I'm like, okay, it's okay. Stop. That's all I think about.
So as Monica going back is suiting up in her spacesuit, which actually kind of looks a lot like her photon suit. In the comic books, right. And she goes in to go with this tank, but the tank it gets crashed. It goes in, and then what's happening? The tank is getting reanimated.
It's right back out.
It puts right back out until like one. At first, I was like, "Now wait a minute. If we in the 2010s though, why did it go to like a 90s Jeep?" It's what it looked like to me.
The only reason I say that is because of how far you are in the hex. Because where the circus is, that's not modern. Where they are. Okay. The further you're away from you are from the center of the hex, I think the time warp is very. I'm trying to think of the word. It's not as strong.
Gotcha.
As it was.
I can agree with that. But as Monica comes out, first of all, anybody talk about the fall that she took? Yeah, that shit looked like it hurt. I'm saying, but
like, Marvel loved dropping black people from heights.
She gives a look to Jimmy. I was just like, oh, he about to give us don't do it. And then she goes and runs into it and runs to the hex, and then we see like this warping. It's like 4 versions of Geraldine. I don't know if you peeped it or not. Came out of her at the same time. Yeah. You have the one from her from the hospital.
Yep.
You have the one from her present going in there. You have the one when she first returned in her S.W.O.R.D uniform, and her as Geraldine.
Yep.
And then we get plenty of voiceovers from the Captain Marvel movie of Sam Jackson talking about it.
There's no way I'm going, baby. It's too dangerous.
Maybe I could fly out the New York way.
Only if you learn to glow.
Fury talking about, you can glow like your Carol. You hear her mom talking, and then we get the line from Carol Danvers herself. Talk about how she be the toughest one, and all come together, and then we get the blue eyes coming in.
Yeah,
and she cut, and bro, I was hyped.
I was clapping. I was like, it's about time.
Yeah.
It's about time.
And she come in, and then she'll stick the land like she does it later on the episode, but
right,
when she comes in there, she takes stuff off, and she's just looking at how the world looks through her powers and sees all the energy and magic and stuff. I'm like, ooh, Superman vision kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And it runs off, and I was just like, just do it, Monica.
Yeah, she took the jacket off. I was like, yep, that's the suit. That's the suit.
we in straight hero mode, and I was like, my God, I never knew I was gonna get this excited. Saying,
who would have thought that this was the series we was going to get all of this from?
Exactly. Who would have thought? I'm just so happy for Tiana. I mean, she came a long way from Chirac. Yeah. And I'm not sitting here saying Chirac was the most terrible movie I ever seen in my life. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying I'm glad that she she get the Marvel checks now, and we're putting black women, in these good roles, stuff like that. Yeah. So I'm proud of her.
She's easily now one of my favorite Marvel characters.
And this is a TV show.
Yeah, easily.
Bro,
it's not even her show.
Bro, I can't wait to see what they do with her.
Yeah.
Like with movie money.
Yeah. Cause she is going to be in the next Captain Marvel. They already confirmed it. So
bro, I don't even care. I'm actually, you know what? This makes me want to go back. I watched Captain Marvel the other day on Disney Plus. I was like, you know what? Why not? Just check out some of the 90s, the Captain Marvel. I was like, all right. I mean, I still feel the same, maybe a little bit better. But after seeing this, Captain Marvel, bro. I give shits about Carol Danvers right now.
This is my Captain Marvel.
I'm trying to see all this. So as Darcy and Vision are driving back, she explains to him the events that happened from Infinity War, saying that Wanda killed me, she had to kill you, but then the big bag rewound time and then killed you himself, and she had to watch.
Yeah, she explained everything, even the Ultron stuff.
Oh yeah, she did the Ultron stuff as well. And what Vision brings up to everybody is that y'all gotta understand, for Wanda, this happened weeks ago.
Right. Yeah.
For us, this was 3 years ago.
Yeah.
But for people got in the MCU, this is not that long after Endgame. Remember,
not at all. Yeah.
Back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they just did this. So this was Wanda had to go through all this pain, like mere week with Vision getting killed. That was a 5-year thing because of the space between Infinity War and Endgame.
Right.
But then going there and facing Thanos, stuff like that pain being renewed.
Yep.
Yeah, that thing right there, I'm just like, whoo, yeah, that's still very, very, very fresh.
Fresh, yep.
Still very fresh. So, but it seems like there are just obstacles that keep getting in their way. There's a red light, and there's guys trying to fix the power line, stuff like that. And Vision has his little Modern Family interview thinking that Wanda's keeping him from coming home, which I don't know if it's Wanda that's keeping him from coming home.
Yeah, I don't think so at all.
If
he could free everyone, he's an essential part of solving this case.
Yes,
he's an essential part of solving this case. And I also have a theory. I'll get to that when we get to the end.
So when Monica comes back, she comes into the house, and Wanda's like, "What?" As she's taking pills, I think she's taking the Nexus stuff. And she comes in and she said, "What are you doing here?" And she says, "Look, I'm telling you right now, it's all Vision." But she don't believe her. She just zoops her out the house.
Yeah.
And then she drops.
You're gonna do a superhero landing. Wait for it. Superhero landing.
Superhero landing.
Yep. I ain't Thanos. Yeah, no. You can't do that to me. I ain't Thanos. You can't do that to me.
But she like, look, I don't know how to control it yet, but chill with that, sis.
I'm letting you know right now.
And she said, look, she let her know right now, hey, look, you don't believe? Go ahead, do something to me. Like I said, take a chance. And she said, just like I thought. She says, look, I went through extreme pain in my life too, and I can't explain. What was the exact words that she was using?
Control this pain anymore, and I don't think I want to, because it's my truth.
And she was trying to get Wanda in there, but then Agnes was over from the house,
Yeah.
And it was just like, hey, I think you wore out your welcome here.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, and Wanda wants you to leave. And she says, no, this ain't got nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
And trying to help out Wanda, and then but she takes Wanda away. And then she's trying to explain to Wanda, but Wanda doesn't want to hear it. As Agnes takes Wanda back to her house, she sits there and she realizes, wait, I see half-eaten peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, half drinking lemonade. Where are my kids?
Right.
And then she said, oh, they probably down in the basement. I'm just like, oh, see right there. See right there. Don't make sense. She go into the basement, and now this basement it's this line of I'm like, here we go. We about to get the big reveal.
Yeah.
I see all these demon heads there. Then you see the cicada on the first time I see that cicada, the first thing I thought was Amityville Horror. When the devil's present, them flies be all up on the window and everything like that. I'm like, oh, we are definitely gonna do Mephisto sometime around here.
Either Mephisto or Nightmare.
Either
Mephisto or Nightmare.
I don't think Nightmare.
Okay.
Because of I think of how Nightmare's powers work, but I think for a big enough villain here, because I think Ralph is the mailman. And I think the mailman is the devil. He's everywhere where she's at, and they be playing up with each other. If you remember from episode 2, when he did the little bang bang type thing, and he was out there. He had the whole rabbit thing. He's like a FedEx worker,
right?
In this episode, he just stood there and stared, and then even though when the dog died, he was just like, "Don't worry, why they gonna let the dog go over too far?" He's always there. He is just. I don't know. I just get that feeling about him. I think they want us to make us forget about him, but he's always. I think that's my call for the devil.
Okay. I now have a theory. I'll bring that to the end. About Mephisto.
So as Wanda gets down there, she says, Addis comes out and says, "You think you're the only magic person here in Westview?" And it reveals to be Agatha Harkness, and we get the whole Munsters. First of all, were you a fan of the Munsters back in the day?
I was not, but this song was a bop.
Who's been messing up everything?
It's been Agatha all along.
I was like, hey, it was Agatha all along.
So I'm a huge fan of the Munsters. So I was like, when it came out, I was just like, oh, that's a I was in that jam, and they show everything that she was manipulated from episode 1 all the way down to episode 6. So we see that she is the reason helping Wanda out with the special tricks, bringing her the food in the first episode, bringing Pedro to the house and controlling him. She really wasn't under Vision's control, so she kind of lied to Vision in the previous episode. So it has been her all along.
And I killed Sparky too.
I was on Twitter. Everyone was jamming to the song. And he's like, I killed Sparky too. And everyone's like, I can't believe this. Cancel Disney. I was like, oh my God.
She killed him in the comics too. So I was like,
look, that's how you really get a villain in USA. You kill a dog,
animals,
like, oh no.
And then, so we get our first post-credit scene of the show. Finally. Of the we see Monica going to Agnes' house, and then she sees the basement, and then Pedro comes around and saying, Snoopers get what? What did he say? Snoopers gonna snoop.
Yeah,
and then she turns around and sees him, and bruh, I'm telling you, I think we get a tag team match, bruh.
I was gonna say that. Now the reason I say that is because in school when there was in creative writing, one of the rules was you don't put a shotgun on the mantle if you're not going to use it.
Exactly, that's the rule of life.
So Wanda's powers is red. Monica's powers is blue. You put that together, you get purple. It's going to be 2 of them against Agatha. It comes down to it. There's no other reason we have these key colors in this field going on. Now that's one of my theories that's about to happen. Another theory I have is that maybe Agatha is Wanda from a different universe, because we don't know how she got her powers yet.
You talking?
Wanda got it from the stone.
Uh-huh.
How was Agatha able to get them? And she's using them the same way.
I mean, if she is, with Mephisto, you know what I'm saying, the all-powerful devil, I mean,
right.
She's a witch. I mean, it's not, she wasn't created like Wanda was created.
Right.
She's a entity kind of like Granny Goodness is with Darkseid in DC.
Gotcha. I also have another theory on that.
Uh-huh.
What is Agatha is Wanda's mom? If they're going to play that role in it. When she died, she tried to make a deal with the devil. It was like, I just want to see my daughter again. Is there anything you can do? It's like, sell your soul to me? I got you. That's why their powers are alike.
If that's the case, then that kind of turns... Because, okay, to be fair, Agatha, depending on what comic you read, is not always a bad guy.
Right, yeah. She's an anti-hero. She does what she wants. Yeah.
So it's kind of like, would I do that though? Because I'm like, because right now they play her up to be extremely evil.
Right.
Okay, like she killed the dog. So you know what I'm saying? So they already played her up to be like extremely evil. So I don't know if it's going to have a good reception of that. Because first of all, it's like we don't need an extra hero. We already have you established a big villain or a villain, but you also established a new hero.
Right.
And it's also, and you got to think, you're going to have Wanda, you're going to have Vision, you're going to have Monica, you're going to have Darcy, you're going to have Jimmy. You have a whole squad over there already.
Right.
Well, we don't need necessarily no more, but this is probably, she's going to be your stepping wolf to your dark side.
Mm-hmm.
Before we get to that Mephisto thing, because I really think that this is going to end on a note. Like, I think Mephisto comes at the episode 9 to set up for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, because he could be the cameo also, but you never know.
I was going to say Mephisto may just be Phase 4 villain. He may just be the new big villain.
Because
the only reason
you can't do Galactus, you might as well do Mephisto.
Right. The only way I could think that he is stepping up now is because with the snap, you're cheating death.
Yeah.
When you cheat death, it will come back. You snapped everyone back in reality. He's upset about that. He's coming to get his due. And maybe that's where he's going to be the big bad of the next Marvel big villain.
I definitely see it happening. I think it definitely is going to, help, like I said, set up for the Multiverse of Madness. Right. So I'm excited, but just to see a Wanda and Monica team up,
I'm ready for it.
Bro, give it to me.
I'm ready for it.
Bro, I was like, this the build I'm waiting on? Yeah, fuck Falcon and Winter Soldier. I want to see. Yeah. I want to see Photon and Scarlet Witch go ahead and do the damn thing, okay?
Also, I've been wondering, there's been missing reports of people. All the people that were saying WandaVision were boring, I don't know where they went. They've been really quiet lately, and I just want to make sure they're okay. So if you're one of them, please put in the comment section letting us know you are.
You want to get back on that that platform?
No. I it's okay. We just want to know if you guys are okay. We know you guys said the show was boring. There's nothing interesting about it. We're worried. That's all we want to know. We're
just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Probably got a little COVID sniffle. Well, I'm just saying, you never know. But yeah, I was like, just give it. Like I said, I like the first 2 episodes, and then obviously every episode capitalized up on it, but it's the slow build. Yeah, and I think we have gotten spoiled to the point where we want to see everything now.
Everything is bingeable, and
I'm like, will WandaVision have been the same if we got all 9 episodes now?
Right. I don't think it would have.
It would. It makes Friday nights better.
I look forward.
I haven't enjoyed days like this since Lovecraft Country was on. And I was like, it's Sunday. Let me go watch Journey because it's Lovecraft and I got to see what's about to happen. So that's what this is on for Friday.
My body has been waking me up around 3 a.m. just to watch it.
Friday, right?
Yeah, I don't know why. It's just like I wake up, I'm like, what? It's 3 a.m. Why am I up? Bro, WandaVision. All right.
I be nodding at like midnight. I'm like, I can't play this 2K game right now. Oh wait, it's 3 o'clock. Yeah. The body get instant energy, and I'm just like, 3 in the morning. We sitting there watching WandaVision. I'm just like, oh, let me sleep on it, and I wake up in a few hours, and then watch it again. So yeah. So guys, this was another great episode. Now the last 2, they said are probably gonna be an hour long.
Kevin Feige said it. If you guys want to get mad, blame him.
It don't because it don't matter. I mean, because it's right now they did all the review up. Now we're gonna need to get some serious stuff now.
Yeah,
because it's gonna. I don't know how we're gonna do this, but I cannot wait for Friday. You hear me?
I don't know, and that's what I love about the show not having previews to the next episode. You don't know what's gonna come, so
exactly. Until we get on Thursday and Wednesday when they give you the promo, which I don't even watch. I
don't watch the promos. So exactly. I stay back.
What's going on in this joint?
Right.
So post like comments down below if you guys enjoyed WandaVision, and I think by the end we should do like a ranking of which our favorite episodes were.
Gotcha.
And which wasn't. So yeah,
it'll probably be in order. If we're being honest,
it'll probably be in order reverse.
Maybe.
Oh, God, I was saying.
No, order of order reverse. Yeah, okay, I would rather do our favorite moments.
Oh yeah. Hey, as long as you edit it, I'm cool. So
I did.
Yeah. So post comments down below, hit the like button. It really helps with the video, and subscribe here for more WandaVision every single weekend right here on NC Studios. So once again, it's NC place to be. Show Mr. D and Anime Hero Swag on Zero. And we'll see you.